Did you ever wonder if these cheap little $3 adjustable regulators do a good job, or if they can maintain a voltage? This one says it can crank out 5 amps. It doesn't say at the minimum or maximum voltage, but we got the 12-volt power supply that's solid and steady. We got that as the input. Then at the output, I'm just measuring the voltage and the amps, and I'm gonna plug this guy into my soldering iron. So this will go up to like 60 watts sometimes. So here we go. And we wanna see if I turn that on, we go doot. We're gonna crank up from 25C to 250. Now we're pulling 47 watts and it's maintaining 20.2 volts. There's some variation, 2.5 amps. So that's almost doubling the voltage. That's doing quite a bit. And then you look, okay, how hard is it working? Oh man, we got 50 degrees Celsius, and who knows if we even really got the peak temperature there. So it does its job. And then, so this has already dropped down to 1 watt. Now it's fluctuating because this guy's just maintaining temperature. Already reached 350 quite fast. Okay, so I'm gonna adjust this guy here. So we go down to 12 volts. It'll just be, the output will be pretty much the same as the input. No, I'm going up. I need to be going the other way. It's definitely non-linear because it took a lot of spins to go from 23 to 20 volts. There's a lot of spins in that potentiometer. Okay, we're a little over 12. Then we're gonna rerun the test. So we're gonna unplug this guy, let it cool down. Cooling down, you can see the temperature dropping. It's not running any current right now, it's just passive. We're almost down to 100 Celsius. So when I turn this on, we'll go from 0 amps. I'm gonna go ahead and click it. We're getting 1.3 amps, 16 watts, 17 watts, 18 watts, 20 watts. It actually won't pull as much wattage. And this guy is doing 44 Celsius. And it's holding a pretty steady 12.8 volts. That's neat. This guy is almost up at 360 where its target is. No, 350. Okay. Wattage will drop down to almost 0. But actually, this is surprisingly steady for how much work it's having to do. I'm gonna go ahead and conclude from this test that it performed good enough. This is $10 for 3 of them, so like less than $4 each. And they seem, basically, it ran well enough that this is worth running a more high fidelity test. And I'll do a voltage sweep and a current sweep, and then we'll see if this thing can hold steady or if it can actually crank out 5 amps at its peak voltage, which is going to be like 40. There's no way it can pass 40 volts at 5 amps, but we'll see where it saturates. And it's certainly not a good choice for running a sensitive piece of equipment, but it's going to be good for little items like fans, LEDs, etc.